What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome to the Bullpen Bar and Grill out here in Overland Park, Kansas. I'm BJ Kissel. That's Kent Swanson. And we're going to talk about the first half, and we're going to be a little nicer about it than Troy Aikman because he is the worst. So, I'm sorry I was going to start the show like that, but Tucker loves it. Tucker is loving it behind the booth. Tucker Franklin, our fearless leader behind the lights here, and Scott Ward helping us out with social media. But we appreciate everybody for tuning in as the Chiefs have a 13-0 lead over the Green Bay Packers. And we're going to talk about what we've seen in the first half. Mr. Kent Swanson, what did you see in the first half?
Well, defense, I think you got to feel good about what they did. Jordan Love really didn't make a ton of plays, but the Chiefs kind of forced him to at times. I think they did some good things for the most part on first down, which, put them behind the sticks a little bit. And Jordan Love gave them some opportunities to make some plays on the football. They didn't. But, you got to like that. You got to like the special teams stepping up here. This has been a complete game. Would love to see something out of the offense because that's the big question mark here, I think, for this game.
It's amazing how well the defense has played because the offense has played in a lot of ways so poorly that we don't feel as angry as we normally do because the defense and the special teams have been so good that, the Chiefs offense, 3.7 yards per play, which without having those numbers in front of me has to be the lowest of the season. I think Patrick Mahomes averaging like 3.3 yards per attempt. Yeah. You guys talked about it, Maddie Lane, and you guys talked about it this week on the laboratory that doesn't matter if Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing in this game, but the Packers defense is good and then come out and play like this. Now, before we get to Patrick Mahomes and the offense, I want to start with the positive stuff and talk about the Chiefs defense because the number that jumps out to me, 0 for 5 on third down for the Packers offense, or 5 for 5 if you're looking at it from the Chiefs point of view. A lot of that, we've seen pressure up front and we've seen some guys make some plays on the balls down the field.
Yeah, quarterbacks make their money on third down in the red zone, and Jordan Love has not made his money today. The Chiefs have done a fantastic job of speeding up this young quarterback, and they've brought a lot of pressure. They're putting themselves behind the sticks, the Packers are, in the situations where, the Chiefs can kind of get a little bit more exotic and throw a lot more at Jordan Love, and Jordan Love largely has not handled it well. And that's a good thing for the Chiefs. There's some easy completions here that the Packers have been able to get. There's, they run the ball effectively at times here and there. But, largely, I think, they've done a good job of speeding him up, and I think you've seen the results. They don't have a third down conversion yet.
Yep. All right, let's go to the offensive side. Patrick Mahomes, 13 of 24 for just 79 yards. Again, 3 yards per attempt. Has the one touchdown with a long of 25 yards. And story offensively, in a lot of ways, Darrell Williams. 9 carries, 44 yards. You haven't seen any explosive plays. The longest rush being, 11 yards. It's not what he does. Not going to break down the field, but we've seen him get between the pads. Lucas Niang coming out. Andrew Wiley playing right tackle seems to have changed some things. Yeah. We haven't run the ball quite as successfully since Lucas Niang went out, but you got to like what we've seen, at least from Darrell Williams, getting chunks on that side that's put him in position to put up 13 points.
Darrell Williams is an interesting story for the entirety of this offense, for his performance, but almost also a microcosm of what we're seeing so far offensively, and this is what gets interesting to me. Yes, he's done some good stuff running the football, 4.9 yards per carry. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Patrick Mahomes is working down to him into the flat. He's thrown 3 balls into the flat to him for 7 yards, and it's, he looks like Alex Smith right now. Mahomes does. And that's not a compliment. That's not a diss on Alex. It's just he's really throwing the ball short of the sticks a lot. And that's so surprising.
But I don't disagree with you, but there's also, and I was going to ask you about this, 2 different plays where it looked like Mahomes just throwing deep because he wanted to throw the ball deep. The one he overthrew Tyreek on.
I think he had
on the last one. Yeah. And then the other one was McCole where I felt like he forced. Now McCole turned the Jets on ran. Sorry. Looked like he had that extra gear once the ball was in the air where he ran past the defender. But when the ball was thrown, he was out leveraged. The safety was across him. He wasn't running away from him unless he just thought McCole has the angle. He's going to run past him, which kind of happened.
I think
either one of them felt a little forced, and everybody on Twitter seems to say that Travis Kelce was wide open across the middle.
Yeah, Travis Kelce. Well, and I think these are 2 different things. I think the shot plays, I really don't have a ton of issues with both of those attempts down the field. I think they're really trying to force the issue a little bit here. They're having some success moving the ball down the field a little bit. They had that good first drive. They've done some good things here and there, moving the chains a little bit. But I think they're just trying to generate some explosive plays because the lid has continued to be kept on this defense or on this offense. And they're trying to make something happen. They're trying to dictate the action just a little bit here. I don't hate that. The Travis Kelce thing in the middle of the field on that play late in the first half, that one is different to me because that seems like a little bit more timidity out of Mahomes, not firing the ball with the same kind of confidence he has early on in the season. It's just kind of been an interesting thing to watch for him.
It's also wide open.
Yeah.
Probably scared him a little.
Well, yeah. you know, I mean, he had to throw with a little bit of anticipation watching the route. Like, I mean, he had him beat in the middle of the field. It was still going to be an anticipation throw a little bit where he's going to have to throw on the break.
Yep.
And
he's got some space to throw that ball.
He should have. Yeah. I'm not this isn't completely absolving because it was a mistake. It was a miss. But it's just, I think this is just kind of where we're at right now with Mahomes. There's some timidity out of him because of the way the offense has been moving the chains or having to move the chains, having to operate.
Yep.
Boy, it really seems to have affected his mojo a little bit. I don't want to say his confidence, but there's something out, like the magic isn't there the same way we're used to.
Right.
The Mahomes magic, the creation wasn't there. Think about how many plays was he trying to create today? Where were some of the sidearm throws, the creation out of structure? He was working within structure, and this is what you get. So if you really wanted Mahomes to just be an operating as a timing pocket passer where nothing's downfield, we're just going to dump the ball to Darrell Williams, this is what you saw. And so, they got to try to figure some things out. They got to try to get some more explosive plays. They got to figure out how to. Yeah. Because it's not working.
We've seen the same thing, and I haven't been watching in that kind of way. So they seeing the too high, crap that everyone says is revolutionary that they have never seen before. You know, they see it third of every.
That narrative sucks, but I mean, they've been seeing it forever. It's just they haven't really done a good job of beating it. And that's, I mean, the secondary pieces of this offense, outside of Travis Kelce, outside of Tyreek Hill, they haven't really stepped up. And, McCole Hardman is, I don't know what, he's not playable right now. I don't trust him to hold on to the football, and he continues to.
When he's out there,
over.
There's a play for him.
Well, you look like the false start. They were just going to go for it down in the deep red on 4th and goal, and it looked as though Mahomes was mad at McCole Hardman for. I think what it looked like is he was too early in the motion. Things were just disjointed there. There's some frustration there. Almost fumbles the football down there in the deep red. They've got to find somebody. Hey, what's Odell Beckham doing? What? See, I think he'd look good in red and yellow because
Deshaun Jackson chose to go to the Raiders.
Yeah, I get that one. I get why. They need that deep. They need that vertical stretch guy. Like the Chiefs' problem is like they're not getting opportunities down the field very much right now. So like I get that one. I'm okay with that one. But Odell would make sense. I'd like that one.
All right, we talked about, or I promoted that we've got a special giveaway, and we got a code word here in this show. Kent's gonna give us right now, and then you watch on the post game show, give another code word, and then the first person to tweet. Bless me. First person to tweet those 2 code words is gonna win a Frank Clark autographed football that we will ship you.
Tweet that to the KC Sports Network Twitter account. Give them a follow. Follow on the YouTube too. Give us the 2 code words. The first one, Daryl.
Oh.
The first one is Daryl.
Daryl, first code word. Then again, watch us here on the post-game show. We'll be live on all the same platforms and a few extras. YouTube, Facebook on 101 The Fox, the Twitch, Twitter. It's just a thing. It's going to happen. Okay?
These darn kids and their Twitches.
Exactly. Stuff that I don't understand. But Daryl, first code word. We'll give you the second one on the post-game show. Win a football.
And hopefully the Chiefs win a little football here and continue the no-loss November.
13-0 Chiefs lead the Green Bay Packers without Aaron Rodgers, and the story has been the Chiefs' defense, which is exactly what we thought it was going to be 2 weeks ago in this matchup.
Oh, of course. Yeah, kind of shut out from the defense and Jordan Love not being able to handle the pressure. That's exactly what we envisioned on Monday.
Oh, one thing before we let everybody go, because we may be getting comments about this, because one player that we have not talked about, which was the story all week, Melvin Ingram.
Yeah.
Seemed to have made an impact. We've seen him around the ball. I don't know how many snaps he's had, but it seems like he terrorized the right tackle on the one play that we noticed early where he almost got a hand on him. But great to see. That's exactly what he was brought in here to do, make an impact on some key third downs.
Oh, he looks great. I'm excited about him. I mean, he nearly stripped the ball out of Jordan Love's hands on his first real pressure off the right tackle, bull rush, got into the lap of the quarterback, got hands on the ball, actually. It got hand on Jordan Love and the ball in his hand. Yep. There's been some nice plays. He did get chipped into oblivion on one of the plays, but he still recovered and was able to kind of chase Jordan Love down the sideline. I think it was on
I didn't see that one, but you laughed and yelled it. No,
it was on the Randall Cobb. I think it was on the Randall Cobb catch where Jordan Love just prayed to God, and the only big offensive play for this team.
There's that
for the
A.J.
Packers.
Dillon. Yeah. That was the one that we talked about Thornhill seemed to go around the outside shoulder of the receiver as opposed to cutting him off. But
hey, look, Jordan Love's given this team.
They've
given this team a lot of chances to turn the ball over. Jordan Love's got 3 or 4 interceptable passes, like really egregious bad passes that just the Chiefs haven't been able. Hey, continue the 50-50 balls continuing not to go to the Chiefs' way.
Yes, sir. We'll be back right after this game. Again, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. We appreciate everybody at the Bullpen Bar and Grill. If you're sitting at home, you're near the Overland Park area, and you're like, I need to get out somewhere. I need to go watch the game somewhere. We'll be hanging out here for the rest of the game. Got our post-game show, and we will be with you after that on all the same channels, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching. We appreciate you for subscribing, supporting everything that we're doing at KC Sports Network, and we will be with you after the game to give away that Frank Clark football. Bring on Craig Stout and Maddie Lane, break this one down. Hopefully the Chiefs can get over 500 and pick up the win against the Packers. They get the ball to start the second half, 13-0 lead for the Chiefs over the Packers. We'll see you guys after the game.